Hi guys! Come on, let's get moving. Do I need to crank up this volume here? Let's do it. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Something happened. Technical difficulties. What can I say? Life is not perfect. Corina, Temptation. Those 80s guys. Come on, guys.
There's something I think you should know.
Come on.
I don't think I'll be eating you anymore.
Welcome to the Ellen Show.
It's just one of those things.
This show is all about coming out of this situation, COVID-19 or any other situation, without any scratches. By the way, today is actually 165 days since the beginning of the national emergency. I got a little off today, went to exercise, do a little bit of grocery shopping, so I'm a little off. But temptation, it's a part of life. Come on, guys. Alright, light up your heart, light up your soul, your mind, body, right? Mind and spirit. Three things. We're not one thing. Light up your country. How much our land needs this today. By the way, thank you very much for the little gift. Appreciate it. God bless you all. May all your dreams come true. This is the place to be. Alright guys. Light up your fellow man, right? Light up the world. Don't be selfish. There's plenty for all of us. I don't know how to put up with that. Say hello to Mr. Dommy. Mr. Dommy, always the star of the show. Hi guys, I've been missing you a little bit. But here we are, we're trying. Keep going, never give up, never give up. Look at me, I've been wearing this mask for 165 days. I don't know the ending, but I will keep going. Guys, you know, our lovely librarian, right? Mrs. Lit. Hi guys. Whoop, a little technical difficulties here. Welcome to the Ellen Show, guys. Come and visit me at the library. We have great books, great movies, great music. Come and take it out for a few days. Just return it. Here we go. The word of the day is temptation, like that song. Temptation is part of life. Come on, guys. Come on and see me. Thank you. Bye. Lovely, always straight up. Mrs. Cliff, right? Light up your coconut. 99 cents at the hardware store. Light it up. Alright, guys. Alright. Welcome to the Ellen Show. Guys, please, if you like my show, like, share, subscribe. For those that who subscribe already, love you. I need new glasses, by the way, so I'm sometimes I might be late. So this show is all about helping people, helping one another, you, me, through this marvelous invention of technology, to reach out that one person that might need, I don't know, a little bit of inspiration, motivation, illustration, illumination, or at least a good laugh, right? We all go through our trials, right, one way or another. In this world, it's all a test. I've been having this since the beginning of the show because that's how I live my life. Every day and everything is a test. It's a test to you. Does your words mean what you say? And when you say something, are you completely connected with that communication? Temptation, right? T-E-M-P T-A-T-I-O-N. Let's talk about temptation. Temptation is a part of life, right? We're going to make this show quick and easy, right? We all going through this mega challenge, right? I'm going to give you the scripture. By the way, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a teacher, I'm not a professor. I'm just a salesman who decided, what am I going to do with all this time right now? It's begun right here, and I just want to reach out one person and see if we can make a difference with each other. If you please if you like this show, please like, share, and subscribe. Make a comment. I need some encouragement to see, I already get a few people, acknowledge it, so it's no, I thought I was going to have one subscriber, which is somebody next to me, but it's gotten a little better than that, so we're going along, right? Thank you for all those subscribed, and may God bless you and keep you strong all the time. All right, guys, life is one big satire. If you take it seriously and personal, that's going to take you to different places where you don't want to be in later, right? See, the world is changing every day, right? So it changes, you have to adapt and conquer, right? Otherwise, if you become too rigid, you're going to break. You see, one great example, right? Mr. Dami, he's a model for artists. So you can do whatever you want with him, right? He still doesn't stop being Mr. Dami. Just because he's this way, or perhaps this way, right? Or maybe he wants to swim, right? Doesn't stop being Mr. Dami. What that means is, just because something changes around you, you don't stop being you. Just deal with the situation, right? Deal with the reality that you're in, right? Communication, affinity, right? The connection to everything that is living. As a salesman, one of the biggest things that we learn, if you take it as a career, right, is that you need to be connected to people. If somebody shows up with a dog, you have to connect with the dog too. Anything that lives, if somebody shows up with a plant, you connect with the plant. Anything that is living organism deserves an opportunity in this life. And we, as inspired people, right, we have the mandate, the duty, right, to allow that life to continue, to actually help it, right? I remember one time I was at work and a bird hit the glass where I was at. It startled me. I saw it, I rushed to it, and I kept it for a few days. I nurtured it, and I got attached to it, but it was moment for the bird to be the bird, right? I had to let it go. So we all got together, we let it go. We got our little company pet there, and we were so happy to see that pet, that little bird, was back in shape and it was willing to, go and live again, right? So this is what life is about. Life is not about trampling each other and detaining each other from being part of it, because there is plenty of life, right? There is plenty of world for all of us, right? And we're going to talk about temptation. We're going to talk about temptation because the temptation word, right? And everything is in the meaning of the words that we speak. I'm going to lower this a little bit, excuse me. Sometimes we speak words, but we don't understand the entire meaning. I learned this secret in communication a long time ago. Being a salesman is all we do, right? That and a pen, that's all. That's why my boss, when I was starting in the business, said, all I want you here is with a very sharp, and a pen, and ready to go. Strong, physically, mentally, inspired, right? And the reason why is because, we are inspired people, so we are supposed to be able to understand that life is a long trail, and we have to understand the meaning of what we're doing, right? The words, the things that we say, the interactions, right? All these things, right? One thing that a lot of people haven't realized right now which I'm going through this as much as I hear people talk, and they talk to me and they tell me, right? They tell me things, is that they don't realize that this is a real big problem. A lot of people are looking for a quick solution, right? Other people are thinking, oh, I'm the problem. Other people are guilty. Other people are thinking they're the problem. Other people say, and then they point fingers at each other because the problem is big, right? So when you have a big problem, you need to get out of the problem, look at it from afar, right? Like right, as far as you can, and see where you fit in that situation. Like a little chess game. You see, in chess, you know, checkers, right? In checkers, it's the same board, right? Two games in one board, right? And there's blacks and reds, right? But the blacks coins, they're all the same, and the red coins, they're all the same. Why? Because they all have the same value. It's, you know, a unity, right? Every unit is equal to the same value. In chess, right, there's different, right? And part of this life is to find what is because you're very unique. You have that capability of having a value, right? If you see 20 zebras in the jungle, right? To you, 20 zebras, they all look the same, right? They're all the same value. And if you see one lion, can you tell the lion which zebra should she choose, right? No, you don't. You just, hey, run, right? Right? See the jungle value, right? But in humanity, values are based on many things. And we measure it first with our sight. Somebody's pretty, we value. Somebody is not so pretty, we value it. Somebody is lazy, we value it that way. Somebody is hardworking and engaged, we value it that way. So all the meaning is right here in the words, right? And this thing called exchange. How much I'm giving, how much I'm getting back, or how much am I willing to sacrifice. But let's go to the main event, temptation. Temptation, simple, that desire to do something, especially something wrong or unwise. See, what happened is we see a situation like right now, the world, right, has a $100 trillion problem, right? You hear this, oh, we need $1 trillion for this, $1 trillion for that, $1 trillion, like it's peanuts, right? Well, guess what? When you spend $1 trillion here, it's not the same trying to get that $1 trillion back. It's the same thing that you do with your checkbook, right? You just may pay, and then next thing you know, you balance your checkbook, and I say, oh my God, I'm overdraft. You did not pay attention. So what's going on today because of COVID, right, is that a lot of people are being tempted. And they're rushing to it because they're under the pressure that they themselves, because we value things, right? Oh, and it's only been 5 months. That's why you need to count the days. See, if you live 100 years, you have lived 36,525 days. So what is to wait one more day, right? Imagine you are here 100 years old. Okay, very straight up. And, I think I can live one more day. But if you're like, oh my God, it's the end of the world, right? If you get caught up in the frenzy, in the temptation. Temptation is not something that, no, temptation is that thing that drives you away from all your objectives and your purposes. If you're a married man, your home, right, is the most valuable thing to you. Your children. So you take a place, right? Who are you, right? You can take a place of king. Oh, I'm the king of the house. You can take a place of, pawn. Oh, I'll make all the sacrifice for my family. You can make the rook, right? Just nobody enters unless it goes through you. You protect your family, right? You protect your country, right? You protect your state, your city, right? You become valuable because you are valuable. We are not zebras, although zebras, they do have a value in the animal kingdom. But as supreme creatures that we are, right? With that ability to expand our energy and our power, then we must not fall into temptation, right? So what do that means? And let me give you a little quote here from the Bible, right? Just because we can, right? And it's good. I think it's good. If it's not, then take it for what it's worth, right? It says, "Blessed is a man who endures trials." And this is with an accent, a bilingual accent. I can tell it to you in español too, like Ricky Ricardo. But blessed is a man who endures trials. Because when he passes, everything is the test, he will receive the crown of life. Right? That he has promised to those who love him. So there's the problem. You fall into temptation and you say, "No, I'm not cut out for this. This is not what I signed up for. I'm gone. I'm abandoned ship." And it's only been 5 months. I'm quitting. I'm not doing that. And it's only been 5 months. Blessed is a man who endures. Endures doesn't have a date, by the way. I've been enduring a lot of things myself, personally. And I don't see where the end is because nobody can actually tell me. So I'm enduring patiently, peacefully, counting the days because it's important. Accounting is the most crucial point of any progress. If you don't count things right, you can't prosper. So right now, if you feel like you have money challenges, if you feel like your health is in challenge, if you have a family member that's in challenge, stay there. You could be the pawn, the king, the queen, the rook, the knight, right? You can be the knight. Measure the problems for what they really are. You got 1-inch problem, and you're looking at it as a 12-inch ruler because you're scared. You are being driven by fear and propaganda and the things that you shouldn't be listening to. Right? You should light up your heart. You know, there is a time that all people have that you seek the light. You seek for good things. Sometimes enough is enough, right? If something is not fulfilling you and empowering you, motivating you, and giving you an opportunity to life, no matter what the situation is, then you need to make a change. There's 52 cards in a deck. They all have a different value. Right? So, there's very few games that is only one card. You usually have to have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Like poker has 4 or 5 cards. So in life, you cannot just play with one card. Oh, let me go back to TV and watch all the bad shows that got me where I am right now. No. Guess what? Today, I'm doing something good. Today, I'm choosing what I'm learning. Because regardless of what you think, entertainment is nothing more than education, and it's cheap education. You get what you pay for, my friend. You can go to school and sit down for 2 hours in front of a screen and learn something valuable, or you can sit in front of a screen and still learn but may not be valuable to you. In fact, might be detrimental to you. We learn in early age, as salespeople, that staying focused is the only way to succeed. If I listen to all my coworkers crying and whining, right, I'm going to get caught up in that frenzy. There's a lot of sayings that we have. If you want to have a good month, stay on your own. Salesmen are single creatures. Right? I don't need an audience. And when you're successful, guess what? Everybody talks about you. So temptation, we learn communication first. I'm having this problem. Who do I talk to? Where do I go? Right? But we know that there are many sources of communication today. I learned a lot by seeking, not only from the holy books, the greatest salesman on earth, science. Hey, how do I deal with this problem? Science. How do I get motivated? Inspiration books. Motivation. Maybe a video. See that? The sirens in the background. My boulevard, I have one bullet. So if anybody is, it's not me. That's it. But God blesses everybody, right? But 3 things you need to bring into your life. Relax. Relax. It's not designed for you. This is a big problem. And it's a world problem, and it's going to require a lot of patience. If you fall into temptation, what is temptation? Thinking that the problem is designed to destroy you, and you take these rash decisions, and you start creating troubles for yourself that don't exist, only in your mind. You know, one of the things that is amazing to me, and very few people talk about, is that I don't know if any other time in the history of humanity people got paid to stay home under any circumstances. Unless you were sick, like, in insurance or something. But people actually got paid to stay home. That to me is still, right? And you see a lot of people working. Proud people. A lot of people have no choice. They lost their jobs, right? They want to be out there doing it. Some people are scared. So it's understandable. People are going to react many ways to this situation. You need to have peace in your heart. You hear this out there, in your heart, it doesn't matter. There is peace. You could be in the middle of wars, and you need to learn to engage yourself with peace and His patience. Count your minutes and love Him. I have this thing every day. I do a little exercise in the morning, put all my hours for today. That's it, done. Anything spectacular, special, guess what? Almost never happen. But sometimes my friend call me, we're going to do something. But right now, we need to chill out because this thing needs to be over first. Can somebody tell me when? Right? We play the game. Everything is a test. You rush out there, a lot of people. How many people out there want to change the world? Want to change because something is not working for them. Against what? Do you have the option? Do you have the solution? If you do, well, then we all need to hear it, really. Right? The other thing is you need to stop, right, troubling yourself with things that you can't control and continue to dream. Dream, dream. Have a good night's sleep. Take those 8 hours and you only have one problem, right? Waking up. Children, learn to communicate. A spouse, learn to communicate. In-laws, learn to communicate. Friends, learn to communicate. Cousins, nephews, nieces, Learn to communicate. Strangers, learn to communicate. Companies, learn to communicate. Governments, learn to communicate. Affinity is the essence of all solutions. If you can conquer something, then love it. That way nobody gets hurt. The reality is you can't win every time. But you don't have to stay in a loss. You moved on. You're resolute. You move on. And you engage on a new project, because life is a test and temptations are going to be there all the time. In marriage, in business, in every aspect of life. You have a dog? I remember I had my dog, my little dog. He passed, and he did something that always stopped me. He knew what triggered me. And one thing that I did not like that he do is, because I had my business shoes, is that he grabbed my shoes that were for work. So, you know, I cannot always be, so he will, and then sometimes he would do something. I learned to love him so much, but that was his thing. So if your wife and your husband right now is spending a lot of time together, and you know that one thing that triggers each other, avoid it. Avoid temptation. Be part of the James 1:12. Men or women, do not fall into temptation. There is going to be plenty. Not only now as a pandemic going on and all these government things and protests and elections, and every day there's going to be temptations. At work, co-workers, the food that they serve you, avoid it. Promote peace in your life. Temptation, it's a fire of life.
Something I think you should know.
Light up your coconut.
I don't think I'll be leaving you anymore. It's just one of those things. I'm sure you understand.
Guys, go back to reading. We need so much reading in this world. More than food. We have plenty of food. Life is whatever you make of it. You want to quit now because things are difficult, or you want to be blessed for fighting the fight of your life along with your loved ones? Believe me, you think you have a hard day, there's always somebody that can teach you another lesson. Do not fall for temptation. That thing that says, oh my God, it's over. That comet's coming. It's not the first time that it comes. And if it happens naturally, then there's nothing we can do. But for now, stay strong. The world needs you. Your family needs you. You need yourself. Right? Love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. Come on. Get that blood going. We need to dance more and think less.